A warm welcome to you, beautiful souls, and to my channel, Mystical Angels Energy. My name is Kikyo, and I am deeply thankful and deeply grateful to have you here today, beautiful souls. The card decks that I use are listed in the description box below. So let us begin our Divine Masculine channeled message from the angels and the Divine Masculine's higher self to you, beautiful souls. Angels, what messages do you wish to convey to the beautiful souls concerning the Divine Masculine? What do you wish to say concerning the Divine Masculine? Okay, start off with these ones. Teamwork. Okay, so we had teamwork come out in the Divine Feminine message, and it's even in the thumbnail about world peace and cooperation, choose teamwork. So once again, there's this energy, and we spoke too, there's Saturn. I even spoke to in the Divine Feminine message that I just did. I'm recording these videos on the same day, so I will be posting the Divine Feminine one first this time, because that was the one that I was called to do first. So again, Saturnian energy present here too. So it's like, once again, when you get control of self, and I feel like that's what the Divine Masculine is realizing, they are getting control of themselves. You have control then of Saturn. Saturn no longer has control of you. Okay, Chronos, Saturn, restrictions, the illusions of time, and, you know, karma. You get control of these energies. Once again, this is a sign and symbol that your angels and guides and ancestors, that there is teamwork here with your Divine Masculine. Also Divine Feminine, if you are the one watching this, you have teamwork present with you. So definitely go check out your Divine Feminine message if you so desire, because it is complementary to this one. Helper guides, you do have assistance. Your Divine Masculine has the assistance, and I feel like with this they are putting in the effort. Okay, I'm seeing with the Saturnian energy they are putting in the effort. Okay, they are gaining momentum and control over the life. 16 could be significant, and I believe 16 that came out in the Divine Feminine message. I believe that's where that came out. I don't think it came out in the Twin Flame Connection, but definitely go check out those two messages if you so desire. They are complementary. I feel like they are kind of like a leader type energy, but they may be the boss, you know, of their own company. Okay, they are rallying up people to their cause. They have assistance, they have help. Teamwork. This is the energy too of them wishing to be a team player. Okay, this is what is going on in their current life, and they are putting in the work and the effort, okay, into themselves, into their what they feel they are called to do with their career, moving forward. I'm hearing they are moving forward. They actually, I feel, you know, see who is on their side and who they need to let go of. Rest. Okay, so I feel like this is saying too, divine illumination, again, Archangel Uriel. And I say so much Archangel Uriel on the channel. Yes, 333, the ancestors are present here. Guides, again, the energy of teamwork, the energy of coming together, networking. I feel like this is the energy too that they have, that your Divine Masculine is able to take some time to rest and to go within. Okay, once again, 33 could be significant. This is Christ consciousness energy, the energy of the Christ light, tapping into their highest version. I feel like with the energy of seagulls too, finding that balance, you know, once again, seeing what needs to go. When they're able to rest, they're able to better handle this energy. But I feel like they have people that are able to take some of the workload off their hands so that they're able to rest and rejuvenate and tap in with themselves, which helps them to move forward. I'm seeing with these bright, vivid colors, you know, their vitality, the virility returning to them, strength being returned. I see the smoke emanating upward from her palm chakras. You could also see, so this is energy that is being cultivated from within her, a lot of power and energy within your Divine Masculine, as well as energy being channeled down like Reiki energy almost. Your masculine could have been interested in learning a form of hands-on healing. I feel like your masculine actually does have powerful hands, okay? Either from very strong hands from some type of labor work that they do, or some type of craft that they do, or a hobby, some type of physical exertion or physical work. They could work at the gym, they could do fencing of some type of swordsmanship, some type of martial arts, boxing, wrestling, but I'm seeing them do something physical, okay? Or they could do that as, you know, a side hobby. But I feel like your divine masculine, once again, I'm hearing, you know, their physical strength returning to them. There's a lot of strength here and determination as well within this rest, and I see them being, once again, that key word. I feel like that's a very big key word, and that was present for the twin flame connection message, which deals with both the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies, beautiful souls. It was restoration, and that came out too with the divine feminine message 17. 16 and 17 mirroring the divine feminine message. So your divine masculine, I feel like, is making the right choices, heading in the right direction. Invention. I feel like there's this energy of, you know, they have handed certain tasks over to other people so that all they have to do is just, like, because I'm seeing that, like, all they have to do is just click. They don't have to do the bulk of the work. I feel like, once again, and that was coming in with the divine feminine too, about teamwork, you know, or your divine masculine is standing in their power and asking others for assistance, which is good because it means they're standing in their strength. Your divine masculine is, like, once again, resting at this time. Helper guides are here. Once again, receiving assistance too, even if it's, okay, if it's not assistance in the physical, but I am seeing that it is definitely assistance in the spiritual. And they feel as though, once again, they are able to do this, that they have the energy to do this. They are receiving good energy. They are tapping into their thoughts and feelings of you, and this is giving them energy. You are their star, divine feminine. You are their lighthouse. You are bringing them home to you. You make them feel whole. Hale and hearty is what I'm healing. Yes, healer guides. What I'm healing, what I'm hearing. The angels had me slip that up on purpose. I feel too like someone here, your divine masculine, could be on the internet, okay? They could be doing some type of, they could have actually a career that deal, okay, or some type of office job, or they do something with the internet. Instead of invention, I'm seeing internet for some reason. It's like too, like the divine, it's like the divine is saying, just click here. Or I'm also hearing like the ease. So something that they click on, because I'm seeing that in conjunction with the 17, something that your divine masculine clicks on is actually leading them closer to you, divine feminine. There's an ease here and a sense of peace. Invention too. I feel like your divine masculine is receiving creative downloads or seeing things in a unique way that they may not have seen before. Okay, because they're not so boggled down with something else. Part of the burden has been taken off of them. And we said that too in the, was that in the blessings message? About, there was the 10 of Wands that had come out, so you may be interested in going and checking that out, about a burden being, having others, assist you with any of the workload, or, putting down some of the burden and, managing little bits at a time. Okay, I see that too. I'm hearing like managing little bits at a time. Okay, let's see what else we have here, angels. Oh, this one to come right out. Okay, okay, I'm going to take that one. Okay, I guess I will take these because they flipped right over. We have the energy of victim. I can't save you or fix all of your problems for you. Okay, yeah, and that's above teamwork. So there's this energy of where they may have felt, you know, may have felt too much like they were other people's saviors, okay? They felt too much like, you know, they were doing too much, okay? Like they were, you know, I see them kind of in my mind's eye, you know, going from place to place. They could actually be a manager, okay? I feel like there is some type of significant, more like higher up or boss energy. They were taking on a lot of the workload, or they weren't sticking up for themselves. Even if they're not a boss energy, they weren't sticking up for themselves. They were doing other people's work, okay? And that was causing them a lot of pain and trauma. They could have even been addicted to that, okay? And it was just creating a lot of burden. But I see them now calling in help, you know, is that the word? Relegating tasks to other people? Forgive me if I don't have the right word there. I think I do. And, you know, they're like conserving their energy, yes, so that they can rest. They realize that, you know, they can't do it all. That's the energy here, that they can't do it all. And, you know, you realize that as well, Divine Feminine, that energy is being mirrored back to you. And it may have made them feel too like a victim. They may have felt victimized, but now they see that, you know, they can come out of that, that they have the power, okay, the power to, that they have the power of Saturn, that they can, you know, place, you know, a boundary, a restriction, so that, you know, their energy and their time isn't getting siphoned from them. You know, because I feel like that was causing them a lot of trauma. I'm working through my trauma, so it can be whole for you. So yeah, within this rest period, you know, they're working through the trauma of dealing with, you know, too much, you know, because, you know, they realize they cannot save everyone. And they can't fix every problem for everyone. You know, we can assist each other. We can save each other to a certain extent, but we must also put in the effort to save ourselves. And that's how we call in rescuers. You know, you don't actually call in people to assist you when you're in the energy of like, oh, I need this, I want this, because need and want mean lack. But when you say, okay, I can do this and I'm putting in my best effort, angels, can you know, please send someone along that can, you know, help take some of the burden off my shoulders, or I'm going to ask someone in my immediate reality, you know, hey, you know, can you step up? Can you do your part? And that's what I really see here. And then you call in, you know, and you draw that in, people that assist you and help you. I feel like they do have friends, okay, that can assist and help them too, because I see that here. Healing hands, I'm hearing helping hands, okay, going to Divine Masculine's life, okay. There could have been a neediness too with any type of karmic energies. Now, once again, this doesn't always have to mean karmic partners. This can mean, once again, karmic work environments. You know, anything karmic is basically anything that, you know, is weighing them down. Okay, it's not healthy for them. It's like an addiction. Okay, so they're working through too at this time, Divine Feminine, any, you know, trauma from this current incarnation or from past lives. These things are coming up. We see that with the clock there. Okay, it's like, you know, it's all in divine time. And at this time, when they're in, that's funny because this mirrors the twin flame connection message about having alone time for themselves, being able to process, because they really do need this. And when I'm saying need, this is what their soul is calling them to do. Their soul is calling them. They intend to do this. Their soul is calling them to have some space. I don't have room for you in my life right now because so much of my energy is focused on the wrong things. So this isn't saying that you're not going to be together. Once again, any of these messages, they're not saying that. This is just saying that at this time I need to be alone, Divine Feminine, because I'm processing, you know, what does not serve me. And, you know, I've given my energy to a lot of people and things that have caused me upset, and I'm working through this pain so that I realize that I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. Once again, you can say that to yourself as well, Divine Feminine, if you're watching this, or Divine Masculine, if you're watching this to understand more about your current energy. You are not a victim, you are a victor. Once again, you are rising higher. I'm seeing the hot air balloon energy that was present in the Divine Feminine reading. You are rising into a higher timeline by sitting and acknowledging these energies, by acknowledging what needs to go, by acknowledging your pain and your hurt and your struggle, and by acknowledging how others have hurt you. You then can save yourself, and you can call in others that can help assist you too and take some of the burden off. But once again, remember, Divine Masculine, if you're watching this, or Divine Feminine, if you're watching this, with our combined skill sets, we're going to make an amazing team. And your Divine Masculine is saying that, you know, I wish to partner up with you. I see you when I have time for myself, when I can breathe. I see us working together as partners, and this is beautiful. This is mirroring. I'm going to put this in the thumbnail because this seems to me like this is the overarching energy. You're partners, you're meant to be together. You're going to have a divine mission together that is so beautiful, so wonderful, so succulent, so delicious, so everything. I'm getting excited all of a sudden. I feel like so much emphasis being put into this reading. There seems to be a lot of jitter. Because I feel a little bit like, you know, ooh, like bounce, 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 bounce. That was kind of like the energy with the Divine Masculine too, like, you know, a lot. And the angels are saying take some time for yourself, because I feel like too, underneath it all, okay, I'm hearing the No Doubt song underneath it all. That could be significant for someone. It's like, yeah, you are so lovely underneath it all. Like the Divine Masculine is saying, you are so beautiful underneath it all, Divine Feminine. The thought of you is so beautiful underneath it all. It keeps me going. Like I put on a little bit of a boss face, a poker face when I'm around other people. They don't see all that's going on the inside, but on the inside I feel like screaming. I feel like, you know, screaming into a pillow, running around, you know. There's all this, I feel a little bit of angry energy too, a little bit here, but it's kind of like laughing at the same time. I see your Divine Masculine laughing at the same time. There's a lot of energy here, okay? I feel like there's a buildup, okay? And it needs to come out. So Divine Masculine, if you're watching this, definitely take some time to be present with your feelings, okay? Because I feel a little bit like you want to scream, Divine Masculine. I feel a little bit like I see your Divine Masculine kind of like screaming, but then laughing, okay? And laughter is a great way to release too. So, you know, I don't recommend automatically going into like comedy or something funny. I recommend that afterward, okay? Initially, I recommend just getting really raw and into those feelings, getting into those old core wounds and addictions and traumas. Again, mirroring the Divine Feminine energy. This is beautiful too that it's mirroring, because when you mirror each other that much, it means that your energies are becoming converging, more intertwined. And I see that like a bridge, like a crossover. We had about with addictions, this is just like the Divine Feminine about clearing out space. If you're and addictions could be all kinds of things, right? You could be addicted to having a certain type of object around, or you could be holding on, like hoarding things. We talked about that in the Divine Feminine reading about, you know, the angels are saying, you know, please, you know, don't hoard on to anything or be a hoarder, hoard anything that, you know, is, because it weighs down your energy. It energetically does weigh down your energy and creates a stagnation, creates space. You know, if I'm seeing that because it says I don't have room. So if you literally don't physically have room, Divine Masculine, and this is what your Divine Masculines realize, I feel like they're going to tidy up that space, okay? With this energy of so much going on too, there could have just been too much clutter. Once again, clutter in the physical reality, clutter in the mind, clutter in the heart space. So, you know, I'm seeing someone here too giving up smoking. Okay, someone could have had a smoking addiction. I'm seeing them kind of like take the cigarette to the mouth, and each time they do, I'm seeing this in my mind's eye. Each time they do, they realize it's not really helping their trauma. It's not really helping them work through their anger. Cigarette smoking spiritually can be a symbol of holding on to anger and bitterness and resentment. Okay, any type of like smoking especially cigarette smoking can represent that, okay? And it's also creating a burden on the lungs and your ability to express. You may feel like you can't breathe. So the angels are, I feel like the angels are helping you to kick the habit. And the angels are saying, love yourself, you know, don't judge yourself if you do smoke. No judgment here either for any of these things that I'm saying. You know, peace, bless. I know, I'm not a smoker or anything like that. I've never smoked, so I don't know that particular type of pain. But you know, my 3D father used to smoke, and he was a chronic heavy smoker. So, and my mother's partner, who she's currently still with, is a heavy smoker who actually has lung cancer and everything. So, you know, I know the trauma that can come in through that. So bless. And I wish blessings to anyone going through that, okay? But I do see that your divine masculine, okay, is realizing that that is not, you know, and this could be addictions to alcohol, addictions to, you know, even addiction to suffering, because, you know, or addiction to pain, okay? I feel like your divine masculine is seeing how these things, you know, are creating, it's not actually helping. It may feel like it's alleviating that pain and suffering at the time, but it's actually creating more trauma and more of a chain, okay? It's like the Saturnian energy that gains more control. But the angels are helping them to unleash the load. Now, they may not be, once again, addicted to any type of substance or anything like that. You may not resonate with that. Once again, take what resonates and leave the rest. But they could be addicted to certain energies, okay? They could be addicted to certain fears. There could be anything, but anything. And once again, they could be addicted to, you know, even to this journey, okay? And that may not be healthy. That could be causing trauma and stress on their heart. The angels are saying, let go, you know, allow there to be room for this to flourish and to grow naturally, because you are meant to be partners. You're going to make an amazing team. And deep in their heart, this is the overarching energy. They feel this, okay? They feel this, and they know this to be the truth. And this says learning. We share an interest in learning and gaining knowledge. Could we meet in an educational educational setting, like a class or a seminar? So your divine masculine, divine feminine may meet you through exactly as it says. Okay, perhaps they're a professor or a teacher, or they work in a college or a learning institution or a library, or you meet up at a library, or you meet up at a cafe or a bookstore of some kind. This could also mean that, you know, you could meet somewhere like online, something that you're interested in, okay? Or you meet at some type of event or gathering where you are interested in, you know, or they could even, depending on what your workspace is, if they're interested in that type of work, or if they're coming there, that you could even have a chance meeting there, I'm hearing. All right, so I'm going to put on the finishing touches. I'm feeling the Phoenix deck here, because I'm feeling like Archangel Zadkiel is present with your divine masculine, helping them to, you know, forgiveness, okay, is here, as well as Archangel Jeremiah, the two archangels of forgiveness, okay, and Archangel Jeremiah for helping them to release karmic situations, to look back, to reflect on these things. Yeah, ask the right questions, as I said that. You know, your divine masculine is looking back, asking the right questions. I'm also hearing Archangel Metatron is here, helping them to see things from a higher perspective, being guided to signs and symbols that nourish them, to help them know, to light up their life. Also, that they have the time. Okay, and I feel like in your divine masculine's life, you know, they are asking for help. You know, asking the right questions of others, asking for help, reaching out for help. This could be someone too, you know, they may be reaching out for help with their addiction. You know, going to some type of institution where they feel safe, or they're reaching out to someone saying, hey, you know, I need help with this. and like I said, with Archangel Jeremiah, they're helping them to overcome these karmic things and also to have this karmic understanding so that things flow again. And Archangel Zadkiel helping to transmute these energies, to overcome their weaknesses. So they are overcoming any type of struggles or pains. I'm hearing aches and pains too in the body. I'm seeing, someone here with bone. I'm seeing something with the bones, okay? Or almost like arthritic pains. The angels want me to say arthritis. Okay, and if that's not something that, you're going through, beautiful soul, if you're a divine masculine watching this, or if, a divine feminine, if that's not part of your divine masculine's reality for certain, then, once again, the bones are like, they're your support. And they also hold a lot of wisdom. That's why the ancients honored the bones, or, they would use bones in divination, or, channel the energy of the bones, because the bones are transcendent. The bones hold a lot of, information and power. The skeletal system holds a lot of knowledge and wisdom. And, your divine masculine could have felt like, almost like a little bit brittle. Okay, but like I said, I felt like their virility returning them, like a restoration, the lotus flower opening up, the heart space opening up. Secret. They may have kept certain things within and, kept this a secret from you, divine feminine. Okay? They could have kept this a secret from those around them that could have helped them, or their friends, or positive family members. But I'm seeing, too, that, the secret in their heart is that they, they love you. This also reminds me like of a secret wish, or like a secret space, a place of rejuvenation. I feel like, once again, retreating to like a type of man cave, or, a personal space. I'm going to say this, like, if that doesn't resonate with you, that term, like a personal space that's personally theirs, like almost like I'm hearing like a secret garden. Somewhere where they feel beautiful, where they feel like, they can be authentically themselves, having this time for themselves to be at ease. Okay, it could be a secret too, that they are watching you, because I see that, that your divine masculine could actually see you online, or they see you in their reality, and they could be, secretly watching you, and they, are thinking and having, secret visions. But this is like them honoring themselves too, realizing that they have a right to their privacy, and I'm not saying that they're intruding on your privacy or anything, divine feminine. No, I'm not saying that. It's just, they may, see you online, just like, anyone that comes online, they come, they see you, it's a public space. They see you and they admire you, and they're having these beautiful visions of being with you, and all the love that you send them helps them to overcome any vulnerabilities or weaknesses that they have, but they're acknowledging those, and they're overcoming those with the white energy. It's like being purified and restored into who they authentically are. This vivid blue